Good day, guys. Today we are going to be learning about plant nutrition. Everything you need to know about it from A to Z, and then trying to focus on the key points which come out in exams a lot. These are going to be our subdivisions for today's class. So let's get right into it. By definition, plant nutrition refers to the uptake and use of essential materials by plants to support their growth, development, and metabolic functions. What they simply mean is that the process by which plants absorb those necessary minerals they need to grow, to develop physically, to regenerate, to grow healthy in general. That is what we call nutrition. That process is called nutrition. Now, talking about essential nutrients in plants, they're actually divided into two: macronutrients and micronutrients. Now, macronutrients, these are nutrients that are needed in large quantities by the plants. Very easy definition. But what you need to put your focus on is learning what those macronutrients are. You need to know all of them because they come out a lot in exams. Later on, we're doing the past questions section. You will see a lot of questions on them and stuff like that. Now, micronutrients, on the other hand, they are needed in very small quantities, very minute quantities. Questions also come out a lot from this, so it is good that you learn what are the micronutrients in plants. There are some criteria that are used in determining the essentiality of an element, how important it is. There are three major criteria. Firstly, the element must be absolutely necessary for the normal growth of the plant. If the plant can still grow healthy and normal without that element, then that element is not important. Secondly, the element must be irreplaceable. Let's say now someone decides to discover a new element that is essential for plant growth. If there's already an existing element in the 65 elements of plants that are essential that does the same function as that one the person has discovered, then it is not an essential element and it will not fit into the criteria. That's what this second rule is saying. Okay, then the third one states the element must be directly involved in the metabolism of plants. This simply means that that element that we're trying to determine how essential it is, it must be involved in some metabolic processes in plants like photosynthesis, protein synthesis, respiration, or and even enzyme activation. Metabolic processes like that, the element must be directly involved with them, must aid and help in the metabolism of the plant. Now, definitely, you can't talk about plant nutrition without talking about what photosynthesis is. Photosynthesis is not something new, we've all heard about it before. Photosynthesis is the process by which living plant cells containing chlorophyll produce substances like glucose and starch from carbon dioxide and water by using light energy. Now, talking about photosynthesis, something I want you to note is that plants release oxygen as a waste product during photosynthesis. Fine and good. What is the importance of photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is the only biological process which releases oxygen into the atmosphere. That oxygen supports life on Earth and purifies the atmosphere. Take note, it is the only biological process. Secondly, photosynthesis is ultimately the source of energy and food for all living beings, all, directly for plants and indirectly for animals and humans. You may be wondering now, what does photosynthesis have to do with humans and animals? Indirectly, it still serves as a source of energy because we feed on plants, animals like herbivores, and in one way or the other, directly or indirectly, photosynthesis is a source of energy for all living beings. Okay, so we are going to end here in this video. Go ahead to watch the next video for the remaining part of this lesson, where we are going to be talking about plant deficiencies, factors affecting photosynthesis, and ultimately past questions to get you ready for your exams. Good day and thank you for watching.
Mommy, mommy, this was not the plan. This was not the plan.